Broken by heartbreak, held together by scotch tape, she had her hope stolen from under her nose when someone thought that she wouldn't notice. Too distracted by the growing despair everywhere, but she started a campaign to bring it back in 8-second gaps between current affairs. In 8 seconds between things, she sees it. There, in the way someone's walking, the way someone's talking on the phone, the way someone pulls their shoulders back, someone ordering dinner out on their own. They hope because of, and they hope in spite. They know that on the dark days the sun will still rise, and when they can't sleep at night, they know the morning brings light. But it's harder to know when you're knocked down, it's still worth getting back up for the fight, because it's easy to remember the sunshine, but harder to forget the pain, to get back up in the hope that this time things will change. But she wanted to keep hoping, whilst balanced on a tightrope, a personal, radical, defiant act. She'll go forwards knowing how last time she fell back. Well, that's just brilliant, she thinks, hoping for a beautiful, brilliant act of resilience.
She hopes that her new love will fit her like an old coat, and she hopes she don't get seasick like she did on the last boat. She hopes the government will change and that hers is the deciding vote. If there's ever a reason to hope, then she hopes.
She counts out hope in seconds, sees them, holds them, collects them, catalogues what she thinks other people are thinking when they're staring off into the middle distance. She's a collector, a connoisseur, a purveyor of the moments we hope in. She picks points to people watch, she stops, looks, sees them. Like the BFG catches dreams, she taps into what people are feeling, and she counts them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds of something which is bubbling up inside someone. She curates the perfect gallery, finds pieces out in the streets, cars, pubs, back alleys, hopes fueled by love and hope fueled by malice, and she hangs them in the halls of her heart, not from the things she's learnt, but from looking at the ways that other people have fallen apart and the ways they are choosing to put themselves back together. Each person gets 8 seconds. She reckons that's the perfect time. If you could see them, the amount of hopes that collide are beautiful, risky, remarkably radical, and perfectly robustly useful. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
She hopes that her new love will fit her like an old coat, and she hopes she don't get seasick like she did on the last boat. She hopes the government will change and that hers is the deciding vote. If there's ever a reason to hope, then she hopes.
So she counts. 8 seconds for the hopes of the chap in the jacket, 8 seconds for the woman in the hat, 8 seconds for the kids at the crossing, hoping they'll grow up to be all that. 8 seconds for the bus driver, finding hope whilst waiting for the traffic to pass. 8 seconds for the person hoping they'll get the answer to the questions they need to ask. 8 seconds for the hope of the person just ahead, 8 seconds for those just behind, 8 seconds for the hope of the person that you are sitting right beside. 8 for the row in front, 8 for the seats by the aisle, 8 for the barkeep, 8 for the usher who caught you mid-smile. 8 seconds for the hope of that stranger, 8 seconds for those close friends, 8 seconds for all the beginnings, 8 seconds for all the ends that lead us to where we go. No such thing as blank slates or fresh starts, but in spite of all the broken hearts, she knows if there was ever anything worth hoping for, we should hope. 8 seconds of hope, 8 seconds to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
She hopes that her new love will fit her like an old coat. She hopes she don't get seasick like she did on the last boat, and she hopes the government will change and that hers is the deciding vote. If there's ever a reason to hope, then she hopes. So here's to new beginnings, green shoots and fresh starts, built on the foundations of yesterday's broken hearts. If there's ever any reason to hope, we should hope, we should hope, we should hope.